My name is Bill Thompkins, and I want to invite you to our gardens. This is the Nehemiah Historic Gardens. These gardens feature various aspects of our ethnicity, of our history, and I just wanted you to be able to come and take a peek at that just a little bit. But on 9/11, here at 4414 Northwestern Avenue, we're going to have a remembrance of 9/11. There'll be some people here that are speaking, but mainly we will pray for our nation. We will encourage one another. We will encourage people to do those things that move forward instead of just looking back at the past, but we do need to look back at the past. And so that's what we're going to be focusing in on our 9/11 garden. The Nehemiah Historic Gardens feature many things. One like the Asian-inspired garden over here. The reason that I say Asian-inspired is these are just little samples of what an Asian garden looks like. We have a underground railroad train by Boxcar Brown. We have a frontier home here. We also have a slave house that it's a reproductive slave house from the 1800s. So we have a European garden, and as we move down this way here, we have many gardens many flowers. We have over 10,000 perennials and 10,000 annuals in this garden. And it's going to be open to all of the community. And we want you to be able to come out, but our beginning step is September 11th, 12 o'clock, 4414 Northwestern Avenue. All of the community is invited. As you can see, these flowers stream all the way down. Hello. My name is Bill Thompkins, and this is one of the structures on the Nehemiah Historic Garden. This is a reproduction of a slave house. Next to this slave house, we're going to have a dedicated wall for those who migrated from the south to the north. During the 1940s and the 1960s, some call it black migration. My parents were involved with it. Many others that you may know were involved with that migration because of what was going on in the south. They needed to go north. These were very courageous people, and in the Nehemiah Historic Gardens, we'll celebrate all nations, and we'll celebrate the historic deeds of the African American community. We'll celebrate that in a garden walk. We'll celebrate that in this house that we built, in the wall that's going to come forward. Come take a peek inside this home, and you'll be able to see some of the things that are inside of here. Simple things from a bed from over 200 years old, to a jump the broom that's here. So this is a house that is a reproduction of a slave house during the Reconstruction time period. And so you'll see very many things inside of here. Their own library that we had. As I said, a 200-year-old bed that was dated from those times. And up in the corner there, you'll see a broom that they jumped to represent. And so what we're trying to do is to celebrate all cultures, but to hone in on the African American culture and the many stories that need to be told that have not been heard. I was fortunate when I was a young man that our church taught us African American history. When I went to high school to hear African American history, I almost knew more than my teacher, because since I was a young man forward, Jet magazine, other magazines celebrated our history, but our church, African American, it was Coleman Chapel in Kenosha, African American Church, they celebrated, they taught us, and they educated us. And so this is just what we're trying to do. As I said, there are going to be many features, but this is my last thing. Please, on 9/11, please come. Our doors open at 11. We'll be here from 12. From that point forward until it gets cold, these Nehemiah Gardens will be open, free for you to come and tour, for you to come and have a cup of coffee, but for you to read some of the history, see some of the history laid out just like we did in this house, so that we could show you this is what a man and sometimes a family lived in during that time period. Thank you.